Alright guys, I just got something new today. I'm sure you can see the box there. Usually wouldn't do an unboxing on this or anything like this, but I'll probably post this, I guess, to my personal channel. It's not going to have anything to do with, aquarium or anything like that. But, anyways, just because it was such a big buy for me and something that I've loved so far, I'll go ahead and talk about it. Maybe even do a review. But do an unboxing, and I just kind of wanted to, have it on tape for myself, being a little selfish. I'm usually not the show-off type of person. So, this up here is my MacBook Pro, and then a lot of you probably have seen this in my videos, and this has been an excellent computer. I got this, what was it, 2007 or something, and it was the top-of-the-line model at the time. It was the Mac Daddy. It had, like, the NVIDIA's graphics card. It's a dual-core, I think it's like 2.4 gigahertz processor, something like that. Hard drive is like 150, 175 gigs, something like that. I forgot what the RAM was. I think it was at least 2 gigs, like 4 gigs of RAM. And that's pretty good for 2007. And although this particular laptop was my first major Mac purchase. It was my first major Mac, so I've appreciated Macs for a very long time. I've loved Macs before everybody started jumping on the bandwagon after the iPhone, which is unfortunate because this is what happens. This is with anything. This is with games, this is with guns, anything. Whenever it becomes mainstream, whenever a company becomes mainstream, basically that means they become popular, common stuff, like iPhones, good example, within that same company. It basically gets pooped on, it gets shit on, because think about it, iPhones were the nicest phones when they first came out, and they dominated the market for years, but now that they became commonplace, they make so much money, they don't see any need to improve it, and that's why the Androids are just so much better. Now, I actually personally have an iPhone right now. I did have an Android. I will be getting another one, but the Androids are just way better in general. I'm not going to get into that. But anyways, and that's kind of the way I see Apple going. But I still, you've either got, you pretty much, I'm sure there's some other choices out there, and you guys can yell at me if you want. But you basically got Linux, and the problem with that is a lot of stuff's not going to run on it, but that is the best operating system. You got Mac, and pretty much everything runs on it now, and you basically just don't have all the problems that Windows has. And Windows, I've seen Windows try to step up their game, but I don't like the way they're going. But anyways, back to this. So I've been with them before they jumped on the bandwagon, and I was used to laptops or computers that would only last about 3 years or so, maybe 2, somewhere in that ballpark, or at least you'd have to upgrade them. But, so like I said, we got this in 2007, it's 2014, at least the beginning of 2014, so you do the math there, what is that? This might even been 2006, but we'll go off 2007. That's 7 years. That's awesome. That's amazing for this. And honestly, this could go longer. I'll actually go ahead and open it up. See, the problem I had was I left it on my bed here once, and I had cats, and they knocked it off, and I wasn't paying attention to how I was opening it, and it got, like right there, you can see the screen is coming apart, and a couple of my keys don't work, but amazing computer. I really love these things. In fact, if you can pick these up for cheap, these older ones, worth every fucking penny. This thing still runs amazing. I have it boot camped too, which is insane that it still runs so good. And also, before I put this one away, I still like the body style on this. See, if you noticed, this isn't all one piece like the newer ones are. Now, the newer ones are more durable, but I think this one looks a lot more elegant. I like pushing the button in the screen, kind of popping open a little bit. And I like the hooks come down that hook it in. I like that. I think this is a very elegant laptop. When I got this, I was amazed, because the Apple laptops before, even though they were nice, they weren't elegant like this. And that's why originally how I got into Mac, because I remember I had like a really nice compact laptop when Compaq was making like the shit laptops, and at least for Windows. And my buddy, he bought some freaking old Mac. Of course, nothing ran on it at the time, but you know, you can still surf the internet and do stuff like that. But that thing, like, it didn't smoke my laptop, but the fact that he paid like $100-200 for it, mine was probably like at least $700 to $1,000, you know, and mine was top of the line. So that's when I started. So I've been with Mac for a while. But anyway, so I got the newest one here. This one is also the Mac Daddy. That's what I've learned. And in fact, the Apple salesman, and yeah, it's coming from a salesman, I know, but see, I say the same thing. He says he never gets anybody that complains about, oh, I shouldn't have bought the top of the line. But you hear people saying, oh, I should have. You see what I'm saying? You might as well get the one you want. And Apple has actually stated that you can't upgrade these new model laptops. These are the ones, this is 2014. I think these models came out in November 2013. In fact, the guy said he just started getting them recently shipped. I got it at Visual Dynamics, here where I live in Florida, Brevard County. And they're the ones, I think they're either the first or second gens to come with Retina displays. So, by the way, I guess they don't make 17-inch ones anymore. I mean, they had the 17-inch when I got this, but I saw the 17-inch and it was ridiculous. It's huge. But anyways, just wanted to mention that. But anyways, yeah, see, I can show you here. I don't know if you can see on there. It is the 15.4-inch, 2.3 gigahertz. It's a quad-core, 16 gigs of RAM, and about a half a terabyte of flash storage, and that's just a way of saying solid state drive. And solid states are the new thing. It's basically super fast, that's the way to put it. No more spinning disk. It's boom, there. And I don't know, I should have asked, I don't know whether the drive is actually SLC or MLC. And for those of you that don't know, it's the way that the solid state drives code data into the drive, which is important. SLCs are better, but I'm not going to get into that right now. So anyways, let's go ahead and open this. I almost feel like I shouldn't open it. Here we go. I'm going to turn it back now, because I was real close to getting the other ones. Believe it or not, the deciding factor is I had been waiting for this for a while, and the guy didn't have the cheaper 15-inch in stock. But I just decided to get this anyways, so here we go. Here's the actual unboxing. Maybe I'll make a link in the description to when the actual unboxing starts. So, you've got your box. You got the laptop. And, I mean, I've seen this, but I'll go ahead and describe it to you. But, wow, this is a lot thinner than my old one. We'll do a comparison here. It's a lot thinner. Yeah, thinner. And it says it's got a USB 3.0 port, but see, last time I did my research, USB 3.0 ports were actually big. They had like an extra thing on them, but one of the other reasons I'm getting this is because of the Thunderbolt ports and the fact that it can work with the Apple TV, which I really wanted to mirror on my TV, which is a huge thing for me, because now I can watch free shit on my TV without, you know, having to look at my computer screen, I guess, or do something weird. Because before, I had a VGA to HDMI, but that still doesn't do your sound, and it was a pain in the ass to set up speakers. But anyway, so yeah, you've got USB, HDMI, what is this called, 15-pin or something like that right here? I forget. And then on the other side, you've got a headphone jack. Sorry, if I'm trying to link it up with the camera. Another USB, 2 Thunderbolts, and your charging. I think they changed the charger on these new models too, which is... I should have asked him on that too, because I would have called the salesman out on that. I mean, I know he didn't make the change personally, but I think they did that for money, just like they did with the iPhones. You know, they changed it to where it's, I think it's called the Lightning port now, or something like that, instead of the old ones the iPods have been using for years. You got your charging cord here. And now my sister, she actually got a new MacBook Pro a year or two ago, and she was saying her cord got destroyed easily. And feeling this cord compared to the old one that I have for that laptop, it does feel brittle. I do not like the feel of this. This feels cheap. and that's just the actual power cord. This is the what plugs into the laptop, the actual thing. Now this wire feels okay. This still feels like the old stuff. And you know, because you feel it, it's actually rubbery. It doesn't have any kind of, it doesn't feel like it's going to crumble on you. You know, it doesn't have any brittleness to it. That's the word I'm looking for, brittle. Okay, and then we got this. What is this? By the way, my last laptop had a remote control for it too. I guess for like music and stuff, but this one doesn't appear to. And it looks like, I believe this is a screen cloth. You get some stickers, and this is probably just some warnings, and then this is probably just your actual quick startup help for retards, I guess, manual. I don't even know what's in it. I mean, I don't know anybody who reads it, especially with a Mac. They're pretty easy to operate, and not trying to offend anybody, but they are. Let's see if there's anything under this. I don't think there is, because this feels like it's glued in place. Wow, okay. So, for future reference, this bottom piece is glued in place. There is nothing under here. So that's pretty bare bones. I mean, I should have got it out for the video, because I would have showed you what I got with my last MacBook Pro. Like I said, I got the remote control. I actually got a CD disc version of the software. In fact, because when I got mine, they had just come out, I think it was Leopard, and this originally came with Lion on it. I believe that's what it was, Lion. And they gave me the CDs for Lion and Leopard, so that was pretty cool. Like I said, the remote, there was quite a bit more literature too. Oh, and then there was a VGA to, I think, DVI or something like that cord. It came with a nice, you know, a few little knickknacks. But anyways, in here, I'll put a comparison up here, so we can see the thinness here. See, as you can see, the new one right here is literally like half the thickness. That's good, and I like that. As far as weight, to be honest with you, let me hold this again. To be honest with you, it actually feels like the new one is heavier. If not, they're about the same weight. I don't actually have a scale that can weigh these. My scales either do a really small amounts, so. But anyways, yeah, so that's what you get with the new MacBook Pro. And here's actually my receipt for it. The new MacBook Pro is pretty basic. I mean, like I said, this is the top-of-the-line model. This is the most you can get from Apple stock in a laptop. So, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think. You know, that question of the day. Here we go. Do you guys like the newer MacBook Pros or the older MacBook Pros? And hell, I think the ones even before that, the PowerBooks. I didn't actually have a PowerBook, but let me know what you guys think. Which ones did you like better? Which ones did you think was the, you know, better, at least overall at the time? I mean, obviously the newer ones have more processing speed, but which one was better for its time? And like I said, I think my vote would go for the older ones, but I'm not sure. This one has some cool technology packed into it. Alright, before I let you guys go today, by the way, this is an add-on real quick. I forgot to do this. Something I noticed about the charger. This is the new charger right here, okay? And something I noticed, see, it actually comes with the head on it. Now, I forgot if my old one did or didn't. I think it did, and it came with multiple heads for different countries. But anyways, as you can see, this would be the cord right here. And this would be kind of like the setup like you had with the old iPod minis. By the way, just so you notice, there is a cover on this, so if, you know, take that off if you're watching this and then getting one. But anyways, what was interesting is I didn't, on my other one, it came with the thing on it. But anyways, what you'll do is you'll pull this head off, and looks like, oh, here we go, just like that. If I can get the damn thing to go on. And then bam, you've got your regular charger. Now, something that'll be interesting to see is, this is the one for the old MacBooks, and this is the new one. See, I think they did this for money, but you can see this one's skinnier and longer. This is the new one, and this one's kind of fatter, I guess. but they're almost the same. But so if you basically you can't interchange chargers, but what I'm seeing here is there might be a way out of this, or at least where you wouldn't have to buy the whole cord. I'm not sure how they sell it all. I don't think I've never really had to replace this old one. You can see where my cats chewed on it. I just taped it and it's lasted a good long while. But anyways, what I was going to try is taking the extension part off the old one, because see, the actual connector part, okay, this is the extension part right here. This is the part you don't actually need. But I was going to see if we can't put this part to an old charger, so maybe if you had an old one lying around, you know, I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure how they sell this, but you know, you could at least save yourself the expense. This is the one for my old one. It's actually plugged in right now, and yeah, it looks like it'll work on even on the new ones. So yeah, you can actually see this one's all dirty, this one's still in plastic. So, but yeah, it looks like it'll I'll actually plug it in real quick. Actually, there's plastic on it, but I'm sure it'll work. So, just something you can see for yourself, just something to show you real quick. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching.